Hey guys, Rich here at Ultra Motorsports. We're at the Ultra Motorsports warehouse here in Fort Wayne, Indiana, and we are taking a look at this 1971 Volkswagen Squareback. This car we've had for quite a while now, but we're doing a video for one of our online potential buyers. We're just going to do, just like all of our videos, we're going to take a look at the condition, take a look at it from a car buyer's perspective, and just point to anything that I see that's kind of something tacky or something that doesn't look right, anything like that. We have had this car cut and buffed. It has had a repaint before. I believe this is the original color. Just like all of our videos, we're going to start right here at the driver's side front and just start looking around and see what we can see. First impression, chrome bezels look nice. These definitely will clean up. They're in good shape. The marker lights look good. Chrome bumper looks very nice. Driver quality, not too bad at pitting. You can see very, very minuscule pitting and stuff, and that's about it. As we look down the driver's side, really no, I mean, the bodywork is decent on this thing. Maybe a few little ripples in the vehicle that could just be like paintless dent removal type stuff that's necessary. So the finish of the car actually shines pretty well. The fit of the front, I guess we'll call it the bonnet or whatever, the front area is good on the front. All the emblems look original. As we move down the car, this trim piece looks nice. Front wheel looks like it's in good condition, just maybe needs a little bit of steel wool or something like that. Tires look like a newer, more modern tire. Got one very small little blister right there. Okay, I'm standing arm's reach away from the car right now. Okay, kind of hard to see it, but as you can see as I come in close, it's right there. Okay. As I said before, the car was a repaint. Fit around the window gasket looks nice. I don't know what went here. Maybe like another side mirror. Obviously, probably a mirror went there somehow. Some reason somebody took it off. This one looks fine. There is a small crease in the trim right here. You can see it. Fit of the door looks good. And the finish looks nice on the driver's side also. As you can see here, it looks to me, now we cleaned up some of this, but it looks to me like the car was painted with this stuff in. You can kind of see a tape line right here. See that little yellow? We cleaned some of this up a little bit, but it does look like these windows were left in to have the car painted. So as we move down to the rear driver's side of the car, rear tire looks nice, rear wheel looks nice. Rear tail lights, these are obviously new. Rear bumper, again, in decent shape. Just some very light scratching. This looks a little dried out, this like bumperette, a little dry rotting on the bumperette. But as you can see, you know, when I stand up, I'm only 4 feet away from the car, and it looks very presentable. All right. We'll do an interior kind of as we walk around afterwards, and then we'll kind of get underneath the car and take a look at that too. Got one dent in the rear bumper right here. Not sure what that is, but you can see it right there. Something, put a little dent there. Not sure if that could be rolled out or not. Here's some more of this tape line around the window that you can see, and that, like I said, we picked some of that off, but it could probably be mended pretty easily or repaired easily. But again, I don't know if you'd notice it from more than 2-3 feet away, or less than more than 2-3 feet away. I don't think you would notice it. Real quick, we'll take a look at the roof. Vintage roof rack, and roof looks good. I don't see any damage up here or anything like that, or anything that's been banged up. As we look down the passenger side of the car, again, laid out pretty straight, looks nice. Very few deviations or anything. I mean, really, most people would be very happy with this vehicle. Just the way it presents right now, it looks pretty good. The driver's Or excuse me, passenger side trim has a little crease right here, and actually it probably needs refastened right here, which we can handle that, no problem. Fuel door, obviously the opening is inside there. Wheels and tires on the passenger side look great as well. No issues that I can see right now. Maybe a very small dent right here. This little, you can see a little, let me get it for you. Right there. Right there. Very, very small. Maybe, you know, I don't know, somebody leaned up against the car or something. Probably PDR could take care of that. Marker lights up front in the passenger side look good. And you can see this chrome looks nice and new as well. So let's open things up a little bit and we'll get into the inside of the car. Kind of look around and then look around the rear hatch area too. Let me go open the other door. Okay, we have the carpet pulled back in here too, so you can see the floor. Again, I apologize for my video quality, but quite honestly, a lot of people are very fond of this because it just gives a real view of the car without all the tricks and camera tricks. So undercoating on the inside, it looks like at one point in time. Engine cover looks new. Engine back here, I mean, you know, looks original. I believe it is the original engine. As you can see, these interior panels back here, these look good. The one kind of negative on the car that I can tell is the headliner. And if you look, you can see where it looks like it's kind of been dyed, but there's a little hole right there, two little holes that have been kind of patched up. I would do something cool, like put like a thatch, like a wicker ceiling in this thing, or a thatch ceiling or something. I think that would look so killer and rad. This, you can see it over there too. Again, some more little, you know, band-aids type, for lack of a better term, that somebody's put on it. This interior door panel looks decent. Grab handle in the back looks good, and the back of this seat looks good. This carpet fits nicely. Okay, and it is in, I would say, pretty decent shape as well. Okay, you can see the carpet back here looks pretty decent. So the underside of the rear hatch, this would need retucked. Okay, so all this would need retucked and re-glued. That's something that my shop can do. And this speaker seems to have lost its gut here. Okay. The passenger side door panel, this looks very nice. No issues on the door panel. Everything looks very nice. The carpet in the vehicle, in the whole vehicle, at least in this front compartment, looks very nice. The front passenger seat, these look, I mean, if these could be new, I mean, look at this cushioning looks nice. I mean, the bolster, the piping looks good. I don't see anything that makes me think that these are, they're probably not original. They're new for sure, and they're in great condition. Back seat, you can see this looks new also. The back door panels back here on the passenger side look good. Driver's side rear door panel looks good. Seat back looks very nice. And then the bottom of the seat. Again, I apologize for my video quality. I'm crammed inside this car right now. It's a little car, so you have to excuse me. Okay. Dash is in good shape. No cracks that I can see. Looks like maybe that was a previous crack that has been repaired right here. Looks good though. I think it's very acceptable. Gauges, the cluster looks nice. This is a wood dash down here. I'm not sure if that's original or not. I would highly doubt it, but it looks very cool. Maybe even I would do like something on the ceiling that looked like this. That would look really, really cool. Steering wheel looks great. There's maybe one small crack right there and another one up there, but overall in very good condition, I would say. Carpet is a little loose in here. It just needs retucked, as you can see, which my shop can definitely take care of that before it leaves. Okay. Jordan, could you do me a favor and plug this lift in? Just get an extension cord. Okay, driver's side seat looks good. Again, the piping looks nice. Cushioning looks great. I don't really see any issues here. Even in the rear seat, all the carpeting probably just needs vacuumed, but rockers look good. Carpet looks good. Driver's side door panel looks nice. I don't really see any issues. Armrest, nothing really. If I had to ding anything on this car right now, it's just going to be the headliner. I mean, the headliner is kind of banged up a little bit, so this is an area that I would try to do something with later on down the road. I'll be with you in a second. So let's put the thing on the lift, and then we'll look at the underside here real quick, and then we'll wrap this thing up. I've had this thing for about a year, I think. I purchased it at an auction, a collector car auction, and I was told it came from Arizona. It does have some Arizona tags on it. Not a lot of other history on the car, but the underside certainly lends to the story that this thing was from Arizona in a very dry car. So I have driven it. It does run and drive nicely. No issues as far as that goes. It is kind of jammed in here in the shop right now. There's some vehicles behind it and around it, so we'll probably have to make some arrangements for any kind of a test drive, though. Okay, so real quick, we're just going to take a look at the underside of this thing. We'll start here at the front. So I'm facing the front of the vehicle, and we're just going to look up in here in the on the underside real quick at the running gear of the car. Everything looks decent. I know Volkswagens have a tendency to have this area be in bad shape, but this actually looks pretty good. No issues that I can see right there. As we look at the floor, so I'm facing the rear of the car, and I am on the driver's side over here. Okay, so look at the floor here. I think it's the original floor, and actually it's been undercoated, but it looks very, very nice. You could if it had been repaired, you would be able to definitely see, because of all the fabrication or the factory markings on the car. You'd be able to see if it had been repaired at any time. Rocker looks good. We're looking at the rocker right here. Nothing that I can see right now. So I'm facing the front of the car again. Here's the passenger side. This would be the rear driver's side footwell right here, and it looks very nice. Passenger side rear footwell looks good. And as we move down the car, looking for any repairs here, I don't see anything. We'll also look at the rocker here as well. So looking at the rocker, I really don't see anything that's alarming right now. So all this looks pretty good in the wheel wells there. I mean, this is all very, I don't see any signs of any bad repairs or anything like that, or anybody trying to hide anything or cover anything up. So that's good for sure. Let's get a look at the rear. So I'm facing the rear of the vehicle right now, okay? And we're gonna look up here at the rear. No repairs that I can see. You know, I mean, it's an old car. Who knows what people have done here in the past, whatever these screw holes were, or what, you know, I have no idea. Exhaust looks good. The engine definitely, you know, I got $100,000 cars in here that leak, and the engine definitely seeps or drips a little bit of oil. I didn't notice it while it was running, and it did pass our inspection just fine. This is the driver's side rear quarter right now, okay? Right here, rear driver's side, all right? So we're gonna look up here. Everything looks good. I got one little area there, but what's nice is you can see, you know, all around it. So you can see all around it. You can see where nobody's tried to fix it or dink around with it any at all. It's just a, you know, it's an old car. It's 40 some odd years old, almost 50 years old. So the running gear back here looks nice, looks good. I don't see any issues. That's just a little bit of undercoating kind of gooped up in there. I don't see any bad repairs. Volkswagens are notorious for these things to be turned to cheese. So pretty pleased really right now as I look at this thing. Looks nice. Yeah, I mean, you know, for what this car is, I think it looks very, very dry and presentable, and I totally believe the story that it was an Arizona vehicle. It is always nice. I love getting a look at a car at this angle, to be able to see kind of how things were finished up, you know, where you can't see where you were standing. And as you can see, this is still just, this is stuff from when the body work was done on the car. This like, you know, wet sanding drips and stuff like that, but it all looks pretty decent, really. Pretty straight. I don't see any, you know, what I'm looking for here is like a big nasty kind of cobbled up area, and I don't see that on this car. It actually looks pretty good. And as far as like dents and dings, I think you can agree it's a pretty good looking car from that angle. As we look at the front, the lower area, again, that must have had a fairly recent paint job, because all those, like, those will rub off. I can show you here. Like, this stuff is just like where the bodywork had been done on the car and like wet sanded. So all that rubs off. Just a little compound. But it's always good to look at the car from this angle. Same thing down here on this side. Yeah, it just looks nice. I don't see any really nasty spots or nasty areas. It all looks fairly original and in good shape. So, all right, guys, that's it. Any more questions, you can reach us on our website at ultramotors.net. Give us a call anytime if you'd like to talk about this vehicle or any of our other vehicles. And this was our 1971 Volkswagen Squareback.